Are open tryouts worth it? Hello guys, my name is Alex and welcome to another video of Chuco FC Soccer Academy. Today, I'm going to be answering the question that a lot of players ask themselves. Are open tryouts worth it? Stay tuned and enjoy the video.
On that day I swore I would keep you safe. It's a promise I have made in my heart.
Keep in mind that these points are based through my eyes and what I experienced on my pro tryouts. So if you have a different opinion, please comment down below. I would love to read them. So my 3 points are pay to play, very short amount of players, and the level of soccer. So from these points, I'll be telling you the pros and cons of each one, and we're going to start off with number 1, which is pay to play. The con, not all the players have the money to pay a tryout. It's tough when it's about money. The majority of these tryouts range from $90 to $300 to even more. Not everybody has that type of money to spend on a tryout. It's kind of hard when you're asking $300 for just a 1 day, 2 days, or maybe even a week tryout, which is rare. The week tryouts are very rare here in the United States. Here in the US, the majority of them run within a weekend, a Saturday and Sunday type of deal. Now, the pro of pay to play. You are actually being seen by the coaching staff. If I'm paying X amount of money, you bet I better see that head coach out there. Key point, make sure you know who the head coach of that club is. You don't want to go out there and that the head coach says hi to you and you don't even know who he is, not realizing that the head coach just said hi to you. Believe me, a lot of the players that I went to the tryout with didn't even know who the head coach was. Which that leads me to my number 2, very short amount of players. Con. Since not everyone can afford those big, large amount of prices, it's very hard for really talented players to get an opportunity. For you as an individual, that's kind of good, which that goes into the pro, right? Since there are very few amount of players on these tryouts, it is easier to be seen than when there's hundreds of players on fields. Keep in mind that if there's a little bit amount of players, does not mean you're going to be a top prospect to get signed. You have to be a diamond in the rough to really be that prospect that the team's going to be signing right then and there. Going into number 3, which I believe the most important, the level of soccer in these tryouts. If you go out there and not even train, my man, why are you even here? If you go out there and you've trained for a while and you came prepared, then good. For these tryouts, there's at least 120 or even more players out there doing the same thing you want to do. The more players there are, the more skill level there's going to be. You could be playing D1 college players, you could be playing ex-pro players, or you could even be playing professional players that have already played at that level. You are going to meet that one player that has never touched a ball before, but in his mind, you know, he wants to give it a go, doesn't want to stay with a what if. I mean, props to him for even coming out trying. In my opinion, why is this a con about the level of soccer? If you got that one player on an 11-man team that is very, very good, but 10 players are not that skillful, that one good player won't have the ball enough to show off his skills or have enough good touches to create good plays if the other players are not at the same pace. But vice versa. If there's an 11-man squad with the good touch, amazing speed, it's going to be difficult for the coaches to choose a player. Now, I know that sounds kind of like, so you're trying to tell me I should suck? No, not at all. You should always give it your 100%. But just to keep you in mind, as a coach myself, when I see players and that all 11 squad is good, it's really hard for me to choose or to pinpoint who's the good player. But on a bad team, if I see 10 bad players and pinpoint that one good player, it's easier to be seen. Going with the pro. With so many different skill levels, I repeat, you're going to be playing against D1 college players, ex-pro players, or even semi-pro players that have been signed with other teams before. So that's going to really increase your level of soccer. This could go in another direction. After the tryouts, you're gonna notice where you feel you need more work on. For example, I felt in terms of fitness, I needed to work more on my speed and agility. Some players, I noticed that their first touch wasn't that great, so always keep your mind positive. If you don't have a very good tryout, notice what you missed on and work on those things that you're missing. To finish this off, keep your mind positive, keep training for your next local tryouts, and if you're gonna travel, be 110% sure you're gonna give it your all. On the next video, I'm gonna be explaining how these tryouts are organized and how they go about. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow ChukaFC on Instagram. Check you guys out on the next video. Peace. I keep calling out to